season-long race for the FedEx. Okay, time now for round 2 of the Norwood Invitational. Hi again, everyone. Andrew Catalon here. Pleased to have you with us today. As we take a look at the standings, we have a tie for first place between Xander Schauffele and our featured player. Let's go out to the first hole. Of all the golf shots I've seen, that was one of them. This is a 9-iron on the way. He really played that one well out of the rough. I like that one. Big opportunity here, a putt for birdie. Just needed a little bit more on that one. The par putt. Wow, you hit an approach shot like that and still come away with a par. That is a bummer. Let's update the leaderboard for you, and we've got 2 names at the top. Our featured player alongside Xander Schauffele. Let's see what happens here on the second hole.
Nothing like getting punched right in the jaw early in your round. Big bunker fronting this green. You got a little pot bunker there on the right-hand side. The green sits up above the tee just a little bit. Lots of elevation, lots of fall-offs. And whatever you do, please don't be long. Don't go swimming.
The mission is simple here. He has to get up and down. Okay, now looking at this putt to save par. Henny is greenside.
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here.
Ooh, gonna drop at least one here. All right, let's walk away with a bogey here. Here's a look at the updated leaderboard. He is in second place, right behind a major champion in Xander Schauffele.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
A par 4 here.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
And the mindset now is to get up and down from here. Here's a par putt. Moving along. The man everyone is chasing right now is Xander Schauffele. Here's a look at the tee of the par 4 fourth.
Difficult tee shot right here. You've got water way left, but you got a bunker that runs all the way down the left-hand side of this hole. Small little bunker there in the middle of the fairway, but not really reachable. From the second shot, it's a pretty flat, generous, open area that you can run your golf ball up and onto, but anything out to the right-hand side will run off into a low area.
Here's a putt to get to 8 under. Henny, how challenging is this putt?
Setting up this putt 30 feet from the cup.
All right, not bad from there. And a 4-footer left.
This is for par.
Before we move on, we take a look at the leaderboard, and he is in second.
Let's go to the par 3 fifth hole.
That swing reminded me of smooth jazz. Great rhythm.
Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. It was a little bit too much power. That's frustrating. Unfortunate thing to happen, but it can in golf. And here we are with the third shot. Just 2 shots behind. How close was that to going down? This putt right on 10 feet. A good one to make. And he's down there. You got to read?
I've had to read this a couple times because there's a subtle last-minute break at the end. It's going to go left.
And that goes down for a bogey.
I tell you, you can't trust a putter. It's betrayed him all day long and finally gives him some kindness.
Ooh, bold play here. Going with the chief off the tee.
Long par 5, only the biggest hitters in the game have any hope of reaching it. Most players electing to play it as a 3-shotter. The layup area does get a little interesting. Either you lay it up well back or you challenge the layup into a narrow little area bisected by 2 bunkers. If you do that, it definitely then becomes a birdie opportunity.
Sitting at -6. That was wonderfully done. Yeah, well played. A par putt awaits. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. And it's back-to-back bogeys here. Got to turn this momentum around.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Now teeing off on the par 4 7th hole.
Most demanding tee shot on the golf course by a wide margin. You've got to lay it up down the left-hand side as close to the water as you can to avoid being blocked out by those trees on the right. Second shot is downhill to a green that is deep in length, not particularly wide, so you find the surface. Better make sure you hit it the right distance.
A very long putt coming up. All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
All right, this putt is going to go up the hill and to the left.
pretty good from that distance, just a little meat left on the bone. A chance here for par. We've got a major champion atop the leaderboard. It's Xander Schauffele. All right, we're moving along to the action at the 8th.
And again, you've got another raised green that's surrounded by a large bunker out to the right and a small pot bunker on the left-hand side. Green runs pretty strong from back to front, making that front pin oh so much more difficult.
Pulling hybrid out of the bag. Oh, stay away from that bunker. Here's a look at the lie in the bunker.
Not as easy and straightforward as yesterday's par, so work to be done. This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
On the green, that's always mission number 1. The distance left on this putt is 17 feet.
This for par.
John, give us a read on this putt.
I think this is going to move pretty hard left to right.
Ooh, that was close.
Just a little bit of a misread right there. He's going to need to sink this next one, though, to limit the damage with the bogey.
Moving on to the next. And after that, he is moving down the leaderboard. Now to 9, the closing hole of the opening 9. It's a par 5.
Coming off of a bogey, looking for a birdie.
This looks like a really strong tee shot. That really sounded pure. I thought that was going in. This putt would mean we have a tie for third place. John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
Looking like it's going right to left.
Not enough pace on that one. This putt is for par. And that putt drops, and we move on to the next. Let's go down to John on the course for an update.
Down here on the 16th, guys. This is Justin Thomas. This one might just go in the hole.
Before we go back to live play, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Here's a quick look at how things stand. It's a 3-shot advantage for our leader. And now teeing off on this par 4.
Premium on accuracy here off the tee. Dotted bunkers down the left, larger ones down the right. And for the first time, we don't have any hazards around this green. But don't let that fool you. Look at that green. It looks like the hood of my 71 Super Beetle.
This is dicey, to say the least.
He's going to need an incredible stroke of luck to get this out with any momentum going forward to get it on the green.
That rough was not easy. Well played. This is the third. 5 strokes off the lead. Wow, I really like that. A chance to save par.
This is no gimme, guys. There's a lot of right to left here still.
As we move on to the next hole, we want to show you that Xander Schauffele is our leader.
On the tee of the par 3 11th. He'll be disappointed by that. That one finds the water. Yeah, this lies pretty deep here. Well, this one's looking really good from the rough. This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
A tricky little slider here, downhill, moving to the left.
Ooh. This must be frustrating. Time to get back on that green. Just a short putt remaining here. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Let's head to the 12th hole, shall we?
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it, but the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up and down birdie.
Now this is headed for the second cut. Steady on.
Oh, he may have had the nervous sweats going there. That looked like it was heading towards the heavy rough, but now it's on the fairway. Second shot here on the 12th. Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
Absolutely. Love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
And a chance here to move inside the top 10 in the standings. And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
This putt's going to move pretty hard to the left.
Well, that's a mistake. Tough to leave that short. A putt for a place in the top 10. Just a short putt. Closes the workout on that hole. That's a good way to move into the top 10. He's currently tied for 6th.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Welcome to the par 4 13th hole. This player's got some lovely momentum coming off a birdie at the last. Attaboy, good shot. His second shot here.
Went straight down.
A bit wild on approach there.
Yes, just a bit outside there, Luke.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
Currently top 30 in the FedEx Cup points list.
Here's Lydia Ko. Ooh, that almost went down. Let's return to live play now. 16 feet to the cup. John, have you got a good read on this one?
It's looking like left to right putt on this one.
And that's going to come up short.
Just a little bit of a misread right there. He's going to need to sink this next one, though, to limit the damage with the bogey.
And after that, he'll drop to 1 under par. We've arrived at the par 4 14th hole. Well played, mate. Time for the second shot at the 14th. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
From the centre of the cup, it's 44 feet.
Yeah, that's well judged. He had the right line there. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
A good look at par here.
And a sight we're used to seeing a lot, Xander Schauffele in top spot.
Teeing off here on the 15th. This one appears to be fairway bound. Wow, what a swing. Let's go down to Henny.
Setting up here from about 150 yards. Yeah, right-hand side of the green.
And that one won't find the green.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
On the green, but a long way away from the cup. Henny, how tough will this putt be?
An uphill left to righter.
All right, bogey putt.
A big, swinging, sweeping left to righter. Started beautifully.
And a tap in as we move on to the next hole. The man everyone is chasing right now is Xander Schauffele. Here's the par 3 16th hole. Caddy tells us this is a 9-iron. Here's the second at 16. That was close. Needs this to drop to save par. Quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 2-shot advantage for our leader. The 17th hole is a par 4.
Oh, I love this hole. Drivable par 4 if you need to, or if you want to. If not, just bail out to the right-hand side with just some sort of long iron. Next shot, just with a short wedge, but watch out for long and left as that water comes into play in a hurry.
Oh, anywhere but there, not in the water. That nearly went in. All right, let's see if all that practice on the putting green pays off here. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
A huge right to left swinger.
Putt on a good line. This putt still tracking nicely. That close. And just a tap in as we move on to the next. We've got a major champion atop the leaderboard. It's Xander Schauffele. Out to the 18th tee.
If you are going to go for this green in 2, you better be sure about what you are doing. A long par 5, most of the players, just a 3-shotter. You want to lay up into a very narrow area right there, but the 3rd shot, though, to a pretty inviting green, it must be said, but accuracy, as always, distance control, as always, imperative.
Just off the fairway in the first cut.
Yes, difficult lie. Made a par here yesterday. A little bit more difficult today.
Ooh, I think this one's coming up short. Look how high that grass is. Time now for the 4th shot. Just too long on that one. 14 feet to the cup. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
Tough to tell because the break is so slight, but it will move left.
Not enough behind that one.
It's a lot slower going up the hill than what this player read.
And with that, he'll sign off on his round. Our day is done, and as we say goodbye, we look at the leaderboard, and a major champion, Xander Schauffele, is in the lead. Well, that'll do it for today. For all of us here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan. Have a great night.